Good morning, this is Shelby Law with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Tuesday, September 9th, 2025. Fire potential impacts for the next couple of days are shown here. Again, the main story we're looking for is the wind increasing across the central portions of the Great Basin. So for today over southeast and southeast Nevada and southwest Utah. Tomorrow the wind expands across much of Utah and increases in strength and moves up into southeast Idaho and far western Wyoming. And then on Thursday, we'll see those strong gusty winds continue mainly over Utah. There is a cold front moving through the area this week with a low pressure associated with a low pressure system that is going to bring an increase in showers, particularly starting on Wednesday into Thursday. And cooler temperatures will be moving into the area as well. Precip for the past 24 hours showed some storms over northern Utah. We had some thunderstorms a little bit further south with lighter precipitation in those areas. Initial attack activity shows 4 new fires for 40 acres over the past 24 hours and a large fire growth of 265 acres. ERCs continue to be, for the most part, below the 50th percentile across much of the geographic area, although the values are starting to come up a bit over Utah and Nevada with some of the drier air that's been moving into the area. Closer look at a few of these zones here along the Sierra front. We can see the ERCs sort of peaked yesterday and will be on a downward trend as the low pressure system and cold front moves through the area there. And then further south and east, here we're looking at the Arizona Strip. With some recent precipitation that they've had there, ERCs have come down, but the drying that's moving in under those strong southwest winds will cause ERCs to increase pretty rapidly over the next coming days. Smoke impacts are shown here. Again, most of the smoke coming into the Great Basin is from that Garnet fire in California that's streaming through central Nevada and up into western Idaho for the next couple of days. This morning's satellite imagery is showing that area of low pressure moving inland over southern Oregon, bringing moisture into the Great Basin out ahead of that low. We'll see those storms starting to increase over western Nevada and then up into eastern Idaho and western Wyoming today, with drier air continuing over southern Nevada and much of Utah. Again, for today, that low pressure is drawing closer to the Great Basin, bringing some cooler air with a better chance of showers over far southern or far western Nevada and then into northern Idaho as well today. No high risk, although we do have some increasing breezy winds across the central Great Basin. Again, precip for today shows we'll start to see some showers moving into far western Nevada, and then some showers pick up over portions of central and eastern Idaho, western Wyoming, and into continuing over northeast Utah. Maximum temperatures are going to be decreasing over the coming days as the cold front moves through. So maxes in Reno are going to be in the upper 70s today and low 80s or near 80 across much of the northern areas as well. So cooler air moving in, still a little on the warmer side under those southwest winds in Utah. So again, looking at those winds for this afternoon, prefrontal winds here, southern Nevada and into western southwest Utah. Min RHs are going to be down into the low teens and maybe some single digits across far southern Nevada. Otherwise, RHs are coming up behind that front. On Wednesday, the low continues to move closer to the Great Basin, bringing the cold front further into Nevada with showers, fairly widespread showers starting to move into western and northern Nevada and into portions of Idaho as well. Significant fire potential really decreases behind that front in Idaho and Nevada. But ahead of that front, Wednesday is going to be a pretty gusty day for Utah. So we did move some of the zones into the brown category just to indicate that increased risk, although fuels aren't as critical as we would probably need to see to issue high risk. So again, precipitation fairly widespread across western and northern Nevada and into the western portions of the central Idaho mountains. We see some drier air moving into Utah as those dry southwest winds ahead of the front pick up. We could see gusts 40 to 45 miles an hour, so maybe even locally higher in those preferred areas in the West Deserts. Thursday, the low continues to slowly move eastward through the Great Basin for cooling temperatures and continued showers. And then again, those winds, another day of gusty, dry winds are expected over southwest Utah and the Arizona Strip. So again, looking for the precip over Idaho, Wyoming, across central Nevada, and then we'll see some showers filling into eastern Utah. But again, still looking for those strong southerly winds, southwesterly winds, mainly over the main area of concern for those are going to be over southwest Utah and portions of the Arizona Strip, where the minimum relative humidities are still going to be on the lower end. 3-day precip totals show the precip moving through with that front to northern Nevada, central Idaho, Wyoming, and maybe northeast Utah. As we head into Friday, the low continues to slowly move across the northern Great Basin, still bringing maybe some drier, breezy winds to certain areas, but the winds will start to decrease as we head into the weekend as the low tracks across the north and the cold front finally moves into Utah. And many of our zones are moving back into the yellow and green categories, even across the east. And that trend sort of continues into Saturday as that low continues to move off to the east out of the geographic area. We'll have generally cool conditions in place across the entire area on Saturday as another low begins to set up off the coast. On Sunday, that low quickly swings through, bringing another shot of showers to western portions of the region. And that low tracks across the northern Great Basin early next week. Overall, fire danger is going to just stay fairly moderated through this period, although we could see some breezy winds move back in again to the southern Great Basin, which may keep somewhat elevated potential when those winds move through. 7-day precip totals shown here show that kind of 1-2 punch with the moisture moving into mainly the central Idaho mountains and western Wyoming. Those are the areas we'll see the heaviest precip totals with between an inch and an inch and a half, maybe even close to 2 inches in some of these purple areas. Most of this will be rain. There could be a little skiff of snow just at the highest elevations, but it's not too cold just yet. And then the dry trend continues over southern Nevada and southern and western Utah. The 8 to 14-day outlook for September 16th through the 22nd keeps generally warmer temperatures in place across the Great Basin, and then we see this precipitation trend here with the above normal precip expected over the Rocky Mountain area and into the northern Rockies. That concludes today's briefing. Please check back tomorrow for the latest updates.